We are live. Prime time. Let me turn the volume down. Keep myself in the yellow. That's how it is. Okay, now let me go back to restream so I can see what's going on. Exit out of everything to save up on my resources. All right, that's that. Turn that off. Probably gonna stream for like 90 minutes. Have something on YouTube to listen to in the background. Probably like a podcast. Don't know what podcast to listen to. Oh snap! I should probably have a thumbnail. Let me make one real quick. Let's see what's a what's a good clickbait I can do. Yeah, these two. This looks cool. Nice and enticing, I suppose. Okay, cool. Nobody's here yet. You're not supposed to read any of this. Save as. Make it a JPEG. Call it illustration. I don't care. I need to put all my tags in one place. Goodness gracious. Where are... Let me go to YouTube Studio. Oh, there it is. I'm already there. Go to live. Now, where is the illustration? There we go. Save. There we go. We'll see how this goes.
Hello, community. I have a question just for you.
Alright, make sure everything's all good. Do this for like 90 minutes. And just to see what's up. I was contemplating just having a video to listen to, like a podcast to listen to in the background, but that's not engaging. People come here to be engaged and probably want to know what I'm thinking about as time goes on. I don't know. I know I have seen streams where people are just silent throughout the whole thing. I don't know. It's hard to get a gauge on what people like. But it is what it is, I suppose. I think I'm going to have these cards in one block of color. One thing I do like about working with values is that it makes it easier to have some sort of a hierarchy. I still don't know what the official ruling is of if darker colors capture people's attention more than lighter colors. But I know everything in between is can get muddy. So what I want to do is to have this figure stand out the most. So I guess when there's like I'm gonna have all these people in the background be some sort of gray. I think this will be like these people will be like the shade of the cars, while this character will be like the shade of the glass or something. So to make him stand out the most, yeah, let's try that. This is probably gonna be like the most time-consuming thing ever. I guess I can probably listen to some classical music in the background. I do want to tone all all 7 of these pages that I have planned for this segment, but within 3 hours, I don't know about that. Especially starting off with this double page spread. With this, okay. This is gonna be very tedious, but hey, I'll try something out. I'll try this out. Let's see. Let me turn this down. What the heck? Oh. It's because of the glass layer. Let me turn that below the people. That makes sense. Let's see. Alright. Doing that. Okay. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, live streaming always makes me wonder of how to really act when there's really nobody listening. I guess when I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna unlist it. Honestly, because I don't know if people really find this sort of documentation interesting. It's more interesting when there's lives. Hey yo, what's up, Sketch? What's good with you? Happy Monday. How you doing, man? Same old. Man, how you? I'm doing I'm doing fine. Enough. I'm almost done with the this segment of Just a Reaper. So I just decided maybe I can just stream a little bit to see if anything changes. Cause I've been getting a little bit more views posting the motion comics of Chimera Island on the internet on YouTube. And I think I'm slowly figuring out this whole YouTube thing, slowly but surely. And I think what changed is adding tags to the video. Like, oh, dope. You posting it on TikTok as well? No. TikTok, it doesn't do well on TikTok. I've been trying. Well, it's weird because when I post it on TikTok, I do get like 100 views. Before I would get like, I think like last month when I was posting on TikTok, I would get like a around 800 views per video, but people would leave in the first 10 seconds. And that's back when I was posting like making 10-minute live streams. And I would like convert those live streams into the video, into VODs, and put those VODs on TikTok, and it wouldn't do well. And then I would try the motion comics, but the motion comics didn't really do that well on TikTok. People see them like around, it gets around like 100, 200 views, and then people leave their like. They don't subscribe. They don't follow me on TikTok or anything like that. And even then, if people followed me on TikTok, I don't know if I'm still not certain, or I don't know how to make people leave that website to go to where I want them to go to, or I don't know if there's a way for me to monetize myself on TikTok. So I don't think TikTok is that much of a priority for me at all. If there's no like clear way for me to monetize myself on that platform, then I'm like, nah, I don't need to be here. Like I'd rather like like there's a clear way of monetization on Facebook. There's a more clear monetization strategy on Facebook than there is on TikTok. So I don't really have a need to be on TikTok. And plus, right now I'm trying to. So right now, I think the best way for me to monetize is on YouTube. So yeah, and now that I see something's working on YouTube, I'm gonna try it again. I'm also gonna like unlist. I'm also want to try again with the podcast, but unlist everything from my YouTube channel and make a separate channel for my podcast and re-upload that. Yeah, and re-upload that to and add tags to it, better provide YouTube metadata so it can push it more effectively. Because last time the views were abysmal. I didn't think that it was getting pushed out as much as it should or could. I try my best to like keep going back to the older videos, the webcomic video, not the webcomic, but the I keep going back to see if they could do something, if I could do something different with the podcast videos, but that didn't really do much. So I'm like, all right, let's try something else. Let's try this from the top and create a new video, create a new channel, put the podcast on there, and see if I'll do better with terms of viewership. Because I think those videos on my channel are dead in the water, and I might convert my main YouTube channel to like a motion comic channel that where I convert these segments or chapters into motion comics that I make through CapCut. Also, TikTok could be getting banned as well. LOL. Yeah, that's why I've always been like really iffy when it comes to like posting things on TikTok because I don't see how it's gonna be beneficial to me, and I don't see how it's gonna be worthwhile in the long run if TikTok gets banned. So it is. So you gotta. It is what it is. You gotta take the hits and move accordingly, as they say. Move efficiently, move accordingly. Da da da. Yada yada. Why doesn't this thing work? Okay. I don't think I have the. What happened to the? Is this it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. But I have been thinking about how to do this thing right. So we shall see. We shall see what will be the best path to move forward. So I don't know when but also I also don't know when I'm gonna do that. The whatchamacallit, making the new channel. Maybe I'll do that when I'm done up converting all of my comics into all my comics into motion comics. I don't think YouTube likes motion comics per se, but I think it's because I hit the right things when it comes to identifying the video really early on. So the algorithm will understand who might like to look at it before it it stops recommending it to people. And right now, I don't think it's very random. It looks very random of when it chooses to recommend videos. Because like usually I would think, oh, it just sent a viewerships, or it just sent recommendations to like a random people, like a random like batch of like 500 people, 1,000 people out of nowhere, until it stops, and then it waits a few days, and then the cycle happens again with a new batch of people with the data that it gathered from the people who did click on the video. And I didn't see that with the podcast. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can use this to my advantage. So that's the plan so far. That's the plan right now. I'm trying to figure out what makes a good brick texture. And I'm also figuring out I'm trying to like stream a little bit more. Every time I get like new subscribers, I'm going to try to stream a little bit more and see if people would be interested in watching more of the live streams and such, of how the meat is made. So what are your thoughts? Questions, comments, concerns?
like I wanted to do the motion comics for a while. I think the next motion comic I'm gonna do is of this series, Just a Reaper. I was thinking about doing it for a while, but the co-creator Matt, he was like, no, he didn't reject the idea. He just said he didn't like motion comics, and I took that as he didn't want it to happen. So like I was just sitting on it for a while. Pause. Uh, pause. And then I had that idea of making the one page comic. But then after doing that, I ran that by him, and had he already written something as a thank you to Reddit for blowing up the first chapter. So he made the script, I made the one page, and we sent it to Reddit. Reddit didn't really care about it. So we just had that for a while. And I rediscovered the CapCut program, and I realized how easy it was to make motion comics with it. So I was like telling him, "Hey," I didn't tell him anything. I was like, "Okay, maybe this can blow up. Maybe this can do some numbers." So I just did it, and I didn't really tell. I made a short, a YouTube short, and I didn't really tell him about it. And it did some numbers, and it got some interactions. And I showed him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this gets numbers. This might be a viable way for people to know about the comic." And he was like, "All right, cool." So it was essentially the rule of act first, apologize later. And I was working on it and I think at the time I was working more on the Chimera Island web motion comics, and now I'm seeing how well that's doing relative to like every other video I've been making on the channel. And I don't think it's because YouTube cares about Chimera Island that much. It's more of YouTube knows what the video is, and it's pushing to people who might be interested in it, in like not it specifically, but the type of content that it is. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can do this a little bit more. So, have you ever have a website catalog of any of your comics before? Have you ever have a website catalog? Any of your What do you mean catalog? I don't think I understand. Do I have a website that hosts my comics? Yeah, I. And if that's what you mean, then yeah, I have my website, my own website where I just post my comics there. I don't like going on webtoons and all that stuff. I'm over that. I don't think it helps anybody. I don't think those websites really help anybody. But that's me. That's just me. I think people. I don't know. I don't know what you're. Before I say anything, I don't know if that's what you really mean by what you say. So don't want to burn bridges. Also, I wanted to make more of the commentary stuff, but I might just do like do a poll on my YouTube saying, "Oh, what do you guys want me to talk about in this thing?" But I'm not feeling opinionated. I'm just the thing that I'm thinking about the most is How am I going to get people to read my stuff, and how am I going to make a profit off of that? That's my main goal. And I have people say that they like the comics, they like the commentaries, but I just haven't done a lot of those. Mostly because I'm locked in and making the comic dubs. And the funny thing is, I was afraid that a lot of people would just hate that I would be using AI voices, but apparently people don't care about that much. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I it really it really surprises me how little people care. They just want to be entertained. And I'm like, okay, that's a good sign. I'm like, if they want to be entertained, then I'll entertain them the best way I can, and the way that I know how. Okay. Oh my gosh, spending an hour on this, but this is a double page spread. I feel like it's justified to spend a certain amount of time on this. You know. I think I might do something with the wheels. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'll do it like that. Ah, oh, man, what the heck? Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, but if I learned anything from this experience so far, is that you can't really worry about what other people think, because either people don't care, and or people really don't know how to make things work themselves. So go nuts. I mean, like, I came across a random non-English website that had my Hollow Lives comic on it. Oh yeah, I have. I came across like a website like that Pirates comic that Pirates comics, and I saw my comics listed on there. I thought that was cool. I was like, awesome. It had some views. It had some people rate it. No, whatchamacallit. Nobody really commented on it, anything about it. That's always fun to see. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, it was so funny that on those pirate websites, I would always get more views than uh, legitimate uh, comic hosting sites. That's always funny. But I think I can only go so far with. For me personally, I don't. I think I can only go so far with this medium, like the traditional comic or webcomic medium in my position right now. So branching out to video, it feels more engaging to people. And this avenue for growth seems the way, and YouTube has been the unbridled champion for decades. So, and plus, even the anime industry knows that too, because the manga industry knows that too, because even the animes are promotions for the comics. So taking advantage of this vertical makes sense. Like I tried it 2 years ago. I tried this 2 years ago with making a Purgatory Academy thing, web motion comic, but that didn't do as well as the Chimera Island one. And I think it's because of the whatchamacallit. It's either because I didn't give it the proper tags for YouTube to share it around, or people just don't like reading voiceless webcomics. I don't know which is true. I mean, I could always re-upload the Purgatory Academy series, motion comics. But as I see right now, people don't have a problem with the AI voices, and plus it makes the video longer. But at the same time, people who look at the motion comics, most of them see look at the first 30 seconds of it, and then they just drop off from there. TikTok only loves voice things. Well, I'm not getting money through TikTok, so I don't care about them so much. I think YouTube's similar. Because I haven't really gotten any, like, comments through, I haven't gotten that many comments through TikTok when I posted the motion comics. It was just people liking it, favorite, a couple likes, a couple faves, and then moving on. And I'm like, all right, this vertical's really not for me. And I wish I knew how to like have Facebook videos reach a wider audience, like on YouTube. But right now, I think the only way to do that is just show it around on Facebook groups, which might be the way, honestly. But I don't know if but I'll try it out. I don't know if Facebook groups really care about videos, because I mostly see people just post a whatchamacallit. Yeah, I mostly see people post pictures. And videos being reshared gets ignored. But hey, I'll try it out. I'll try it out. I've just been in the creation mode for a while. I've just been locked in on making motion comics again. Now specifically because it's easier with the right program, and it makes it more accessible. Maybe that's what I'm not doing. Just spamming it out on different Facebook groups. Yeah, it must be nice being a big creator of a manga like Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man and having people endlessly talking about critiquing your work. Um, every pros have cons, you know? Like, I don't really think about the pros or cons of being in there. Us creators are struggling to get one comment. Um, yeah, but I kind of find that freeing in a sense. You have to put yourself in the right mindset, right? Like, yeah, you can think about, oh man, if I was in their shoes, that would be great. But I, in the inverse, I think, okay, what can I do what that they can't do? I'm pretty sure they can't like spam their work everywhere. I don't have the quality control. Like I can afford like misspelling a word or two. I can afford uh just having my artwork terrible because right now I'm not at the game of quality. I'm in the era of quantity. So the more I post, the more places that I post, means I might it means there's a better chance for me to raise my skill in multiple different avenues in terms of marketing, in terms of connecting, in terms of so many different things, and not hoping that uh, and like yeah, and gain connection or whatever and what have you. But that's in theory. Because when I was doing the motion comic of like the last part of Chimera Island, I noticed I made so many mistakes. It's ridiculous how many mistakes I made. It's pretty funny, but luckily I'm not a perfectionist. So when I saw a mistake, I was like, "Wow, that sucked," and then I just uploaded it. I just steamrolled through it and I uploaded it, and now I'm just waiting for. And now that's another ticket that I put into the YouTube lottery, hoping that one of the many videos I post within that, what do they call it, that playlist, will blow up. And now that I understand the importance of tags on YouTube, I have like there's a 1/4 chance of one of those videos taking off exponentially and gathering more people onto the channel, onto the channel, like subscribing and adding onto the watch time so I can have monetization on YouTube. And with that monetization on YouTube, I can have another income. And right now, this channel, my YouTube channel, I can easily see myself like constantly farming content that's all circled around me creating these comics. And the funny part is, it's very rare to see creators like this. So I feel like I'm creating a niche I don't see other creatives doing. So this is great. I just gotta find out. I don't want to say wait. I just gotta keep cranking out that content. Keep spamming away and letting people know who I am. Now that I finally have a win, I'm gonna try to see if I can exploit that win, take advantage of it, and see if I'm one step closer to monetization. And finally, one step closer to the monetization, and finally getting that win, getting that W. One step closer to achieving my goal, and that is making a living with these comics without using freaking services like a what the heck? Without using services like a Kickstarter or crowdfunding campaigns or what have you. Being a content creator that happens to make comics. And I think this is kind of, and I feel like maybe rooting for you. Thank you. Yeah. Give me the energy. But yeah, it's really funny how throughout this process I kept thinking about like, oh man, where do I go to like get monetized? And YouTube was always the answer, because I remember when I was trying to do the comic thing with the newsletter, right? The one thing that was really I noticed was how difficult fiction blogs it is to like monetize fiction blogs, because people don't really care about fiction that much in that space. But ever since I was a little tyke, I noticed that if I want to engage in any fictional media, I would usually just go on YouTube and like see people make animations and whatever. I would watch Shut Up Cartoons all the time. I would watch Mondo Media and all these different web cartoons all the time. But they were all cartoons, like cartoons, like legit animations. And I was thinking, oh man, I'm done with animating. I can't do it no more. Tried it once, didn't pay off. But now I'm like, oh wait, hold up. I got the freaking comics right here. I'm storytelling. I can essentially pass this off as quote unquote animation, motion graphics, or whatever you want to call them. And that just kind of took me back to when storytime animators were a thing. Were like just on the come up, and all the Newgrounds legit animators, they were like hating on these guys because they were essentially making slideshows. And the dudes that pride themselves in like traditional animation was just hating that they were being replaced with those guys. And at the end of the day, those guys won. The Storytime animators, they ended up making more bank than any of the traditional animators that grew up on Newgrounds ever did. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So they got their money up. And I guess I say all that to the point just to say it really doesn't matter what other people think. Concerning yourself with what other people think, it really slows you down. And I don't have time to be slowed down. I don't have time to be bogged down by people who don't have my best interest at heart. Wait, what the heck is going on? Why isn't... Oh, wrong thing. Let me get this gradient on. I think my goal, what I want to see at the end of the year, is to have like 1,000 people. When I stream, I want to have like 1,000 people in the live chat, like conversing with them as I make these comics. And when the comics are done, I just do the whatchamacallit. I do the motion comic, put it on YouTube, and the motion comic just advertises the streams. And with the streams, I'll have more people going on here, and also go on my website to watch the whatchamacallit, to watch the well, not watch, but to read the comics, and everything cycles from each other. And I think that would be a really fun future to live in. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I've spent so much time on this thing, but what's good is I'm almost done. I am so close to being finished with this double page spread. I wanted to be done with this thing like 2 days ago, but family matters. Family matters. 1K sounds like a lot of people in theory, but like a good time. But is it actually? I don't know. That's a problem that I'll get to when I get there. That's a bridge I'll cross when I get there. Like one thing that's very appealing with the live streaming is the whole thing with super chats, where people just donate to you, or people just really cool people just donate to you as you're doing what you usually do out of the kindness of their hearts, and enjoys the value of entertainment that you bring to the table. And that's another revenue that helps me fuel the dream and getting more money so I can pay for my living expenses and maybe increase the production value of either the comic or the comic dubs. I don't know what comes first. It might honestly, it'll be more expensive. I don't know what will be more expensive, to buy a team of actual voice actors, or like hire a team, or just hire a team to make more comics. Because I think I have like a whole process of when it comes to like if I want to hire voice actors for the webcomics. Well, one person can voice act multiple characters. True. That is so true. But that's a bridge I'll cross when I get to it. And also, right now I'm I'm in a low trust mode. I can't really trust a lot of people because a lot of people have disappointed me over the years. So I'm not even, unless I do it and I trust myself to deliver more than like anybody else on the planet at this point. I don't really hold my breath. Like the guy that I hired to translate the comic in French, he still ain't do it. He still haven't done it. So I don't even trust that if I pay people, they're going to deliver. So I got to have, so in order to do that, I got to have like a lot of money, or I just personally know the guy to deliver. a lot of money to burn just to try it out, or I gotta really trust that guy to deliver. This guy keeps sending me reels. I'm busy. I'm gonna have him on mute for like 8 hours. Like, bro, this is so funny. I'm trying to lock in while my friend keeps sending me Instagram reels telling me to lock in. I'm like, you're bugging me right now. This is why I stick. That's why I stick with a very few people I found reliable to work. Definitely a rarity. Yeah, and like I hear that kind of stuff when it comes to like people trying to find artists uh to do work for them with their comics on what's on Kickstarter. Too many people just are flaky, and I'm like, actually, and I'm just the guy that'll be like, all right, I don't care if I really don't need you guys here, then I'll just save money and just do it myself if I have to. How am I supposed to do this? Okay, this is fine. I think this is a good enough double page spread. Save. Oh wait, no, it's not done yet. I forgot to put the road lines. So yeah, if I would love to hire people to improve the quality of what I make, but I don't. I just can't. I can't trust nobody. It's just hard for you to trust people, and plus, the more hands that are on the project, the slower it is to produce. Like, and I don't want like a big budget experience. I just want a digestible experience for the majority of people who are going to watch it, and have them invested in the stories that I want to tell. Oh my gosh, that took whatever. This took like too many hours to make. Yeah, I'm finally here. And also, I'm like live streaming because I wanted to see how if the tag thing works, if adding tags in the description will work with what's the word, including other people in the voice chat from YouTube specifically. And so far, it hasn't worked. Because I don't think anybody stopped by being like, "Hey yo, what's happening? What's poppin', homie?" But it is what it is. I'll try it again tonight. I looked at my analytics and said most of my viewers aren't really doing anything on Monday mornings, and that's understandable. Understandable. Most people have jobs and school and life, but most of the people who look at my YouTube says most of my audience are in the 18 to 35 demographic, and that's pretty cool. How many websites did you post Chimera Island to? I used to post it on everywhere, but I realized it really didn't matter where. Like, I used to post it everywhere, like Webtoons, Tapaz, Namikami, Global Comics. If you could name it, I was most likely there. But when I did all that, I realized it really didn't matter how many places that I put it. I know I'm contradicting myself when I earlier in the stream that said like, you got to be everywhere, but going where the people are is the most important. And being everywhere doesn't mean that people are going to be there or people are going to show up. So right now I'm hyper focusing on places that I can mostly assure that people will show up. Also on manga decks. I think manga decks work. Oh yeah, manga decks. I didn't post it on there. It just shows up there. Oh yeah, it's also on manga decks. I didn't, but it's on manga decks because it's on Namikami. So, Kevin Gordon, welcome to the chat. Makes sense. You've got to go where the fishes are. Yeah. So, if the people on if Webtoons is like the biggest place for for posting your web comics, that really doesn't mean that people on that website are going to look at your stuff. I did have people look at Purgatory Academy, but even that wasn't. But even that wasn't enough. I think there's one thing of being grateful, and there's another thing of wanting growth, and knowing that you're not going to grow in a specific place is very important. At a point I knew that there was going to be a peak when growing on Webtoons or on other comic hosting websites. And it's very sad when I go on Twitter and I see other people who love those sites to death, and they would be so happy to be the next Lore Olympics or the next Solo Leveling or to be the next whatever. But the problem with that is it's not gonna happen because they don't care about you. The only people who would care about you are the audience that you accumulated on that website. And knowing and being in sales for a while, it's not a one-to-one translation if you want that audience, I wouldn't say fans, I would say that audience to transfer or convert to a different platform to support you. And not only that, those platforms, webcomic hosting sites, they aren't really there to help you out and making a career off of making comics or whatever. Whatever you want to do. They mostly profit off of the allure of their flagship titles. So right now, I think places like YouTube are the places to go. And I know if anybody's been following me for a while, I keep saying this is the new thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. Well, it's because I don't really see other people doing what I'm doing, or to the extent that I'm doing it. Because when I see people in the comic space or the creative space, they're not big on promoting themselves, or they're not big on treading different ground. They want to see what popular guy has, what the most popular person have done, and because because that popular person has set an example of how success can be achieved it's it's repeated until it's essentially taken as gospel. If you want to make money being creative or in comics, you gotta have a Patreon, you gotta have a Kickstarter, you gotta do X, Y, and Z. And if you don't, then you're going back to the unknown, and nobody likes the unknown. So it's either we wait until somebody discovers something new, or we wait until there's a better thing for us, or somebody discovers a new avenue, or some random third thing, because I like doing thinking in threes, you know. But outside of that, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sketches. Yup, I'm completely done with Tapaz and webtoons. Sticking to Twitter and Reddit probably should be the post the Hello Live. More on random websites though. Yeah, and if something works, maximize it, and then use that to maximize that potential. Then use that to fund different projects to branch out, so you can do more things. So you won't be stuck just being the Hollow Live guy. That's that's what I keep saying. That's why I keep pitching the Patreon thing, because that sounds like an avenue that can really help you. If I was you, I would be like trying to make money off it a long while ago. But that's you. You're trying. In the words of a little green guy from a story about space Nazis, there is no, you either do or you don't. There is no try, or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. when the stars are at war, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I only played the Lego games, but so I guess I know. But there are different ways for people to do what they are passionate about. Nobody's really a Everybody wants like somebody else to do it first, and then they'll experiment off of what works. And if I have to be that guy, so be it. If I end up making a killing making these kinds of comics on YouTube and not be credited, that's fine. Oh, fine. Because what really makes me happy is seeing people tell the stories that they want to tell, being having an avenue of revenue, making those stories that they want to tell without the compromise of a third party, and being able to collaborate with their audience, making their stories better without without the intrusion of a third party, I guess. Yeah. And if I help out with that future, then that's good enough for me. I just want to get paid. I just want to get. I'm trying. Now let's see. I think this is good enough. It's dirty, but it's good enough. But yeah. So how is the Hollow Live thing coming along? I think there's a better way to do this, but hey. What time is it? Oh, 10:18, bro. I think I am going to try to do like an hour and a half stream tonight, depending on how many people are on. Now I also gotta freaking unlist the streams after they're done. Because I want that sense of scarcity, you know? And plus, I don't think it's like streams are that interesting when you're not being an active part of it. Chapter 2 is almost done, so hopefully it does as well as the first. Yeah. Have you seen if anybody's tried to make freaking comic dubs of your Hololive stuff? There probably are. And also, I freaking hate the current state of comic dubs on YouTube. It really upsets me how it's all just like porn on YouTube, just censored porn on YouTube, and it just makes me uncomfortable putting adding the tags of a comic dub on my freaking videos. But hey, that's why I'm moving it. That's why I'm trying to like say it's an animation. It's it's like a mix of funny and unnerving when I check into my analytics and I see where people are coming from to look at my comics, to look at the Chimera Island dubs or whatever, and like and you get like a good amount of it being like some sort of like fetish material, and I'm like, golly, this is not cool. This is uncool. This is. So I'm just gonna try to change the tags to like animation or whatever. Maybe that's why the viewer retention is so low. People are going there to see like fetish material, and they're like, "What the heck? Where's all the where could I get my? I can't get off to this. These are just normal characters." If not, I move on to getting Redream done. Yeah, use Hololive as a vehicle to get for Redream. Reinvest that time and money. You can do it. Like once or twice somebody commented asking permission to do voiceovers. Not sure if they did though. And that's what I'm talking about. I can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody to deliver. Somebody said the same thing when it came to Just a Reaper. They asked permission to do voiceovers for the comic, but they didn't do it. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll do it myself. But it's always nice to see people ask permission or just show appreciation of what you've created, and they want to translate it. And I think I might make do with the translations, the Spanish translation of Chimera Island. Fine, I'll do it myself. That's honestly that's been my motto for the last couple of years of trying to like make comics. Because everybody around, because not everybody, that's an overgeneralization, but the majority of people that I trust to do something, they haven't delivered. So I'm like, all right, I don't need you anymore. I can just do this myself. Finn Halquist. Hey Finn, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Like, I can't trust anybody. But hey, it's fine. It's all fine. Let me add the tone. But yeah, I guess that's what they call a Renaissance man or something like that. What's good, Finn? That's a comic about a Reaper. What does he do? Oh, so this is just a Reaper. It's a comic series about a young Grim Reaper trying to keep Hell off Earth. Think of him as a demon hunter. He is, think of him as like some sort of a demon hunter, but he is employed by Satan to find all the damn souls that leaked out of hell, trying to create havoc on Earth, enough havoc on Earth to get God's attention to start Armageddon. So this Grim Reaper, his job is to find all the demons, which currently looks like this right here, and kill them before they become too strong. Yeah. So that's the premise of Just a Reaper. A young Grim Reaper trying to keep hell off Earth. Oh yeah, and he also works his day job. He's a mailman at his day job. Sounds interesting. Thank you. It's a joint collaboration with my co-writer Matt, also known as Dope Man 5G on YouTube. So this was his idea. He came to me with the lore, with the characters, and I gave him the setting, the lore, and we just hashed it out in like 8 hours to write a 30 pages of a script, and now we're working on it. This is like the third. This is like the third chapter that I'm working on. You can read the first 2 chapters in the description, but it's for mature audiences. So it's nothing graphic. It's just language mostly. But we chilling out here. Be having fun. And right now I'm just adding the final touches. Just the toning. And after the toning, I might add a little bit more hatching to the characters to add a little bit more depth. I want to have it done by... let me look at my schedule. Yeah, I'm giving myself like another day to finish this and then calling it a wraps. Have a day off to stop drawing, and then working on the Chimera Island series. I'm also trying to make a comic right now. I'll definitely look into the first chapters. Oh yeah, I also have other comics that you can like look at my channel or on my website as well to check it out. You can also learn from there. They're all free to read. Like, check it out. Learn what you will. And if you have any specific questions, I can give you some answers. I can give you some quick tips. Bush has been summoned. Welcome to the chat, Bush. We out here talking about comics. We out here toning characters. We just generally outside. Like, this is the easiest part of the comic process, so my brain is turned off and I'm on pure talking mode. Oh man, I thought you died because it's been like 3 days. No, I just been hyper focused on making this segment of the comic. I have also been locked in making the comic dubs, which I'm finally done with the Chimera Island comic dub, and that's doing pretty well in terms of my standards of being on YouTube. So I'm thinking about doing more comic dubs. I really thought people would just not like the AI voices, but yeah, people don't have a problem with it so far. So things are good. So what's good with you, Bush? That's cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Pretty chill. Let me see. I'm also doing a Q&A and stuff, as usual. If you've got a question, I'll answer it. Also, no, nothing also. I need to stop doing filler phrases. I've just been watching videos on how to speak more eloquently, and I really don't like the way that I speak live. I'm dying. I'm also fasting, so I'm dying. Ah, yes. You gotta just lay down. Don't do work. Oh yeah, and there's also, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's still Ramadan, I believe. I remember, yeah, oh jeez, goodness gracious. That reminds me, last year, my mom took me to Dubai and Morocco, and I remember we went to this one timeshare thing, and she was like, "Yo, why the heck are you coming to Dubai during Ramadan?" It's like it's empty here. It's empty this time of year. My mom's making mac and cheese for dinner. What is it about mac and cheese that people love so much? I don't know. I know that's a random thought to have, but no matter who you are, people love mac and cheese. What is it about the cheese and the freaking noodles that people go crazy for? It's nuts. It's like crack. Mac and cheese is amazing. I need a Vsauce video explaining why mac and cheese is so beloved. I will voluntarily marry mac and cheese. Like I don't like I'm pretty sure there are better foods than mac and cheese. It's Finn said he never tried mac and cheese. Are you crazy? Never tried mac and cheese before? Where are you from? That's crazy. I've never met a single person who have never tried mac and cheese. And let me tell you, when you try mac and cheese, you're gonna be like, it's alright. Mac and cheese is fine. And I know kids, they go crazy for it. I'm from Germany. Finn, you need to. From Germany. Oh, yeah, Germany. The place where the food isn't actively trying to kill you. That probably makes sense. Well, I'm from America, and here in America, we are known for eating foods that want to kill us. I don't know about where Bush is from, but yeah, American food is essentially poison. And they put sugar in everything so we can get addicted to it. It's nuts. I'm going to America for a year in summer, so I'm probably gonna try it then. Yeah, you will. Cheese has way Sketch says cheese has way too many calories for me to eat. Sketch, you calorie watching, bro? What's going on? Trying to lose weight? I just don't like it cuz yay, Maison is surrounded by Europeans. It's because of the time of day, because it's 11 a.m. right here, and the only reason why I'm spending this much time, I'm streaming in the morning, is because I'm unemployed. so so it makes sense for people from different time zones to be like surrounding the chat this time of the day. Like, I've done this to myself. I'm doing this to myself. I'm originally Pakistani, but I live in England. All right, for real, for real. Oh man, surrounded by Europeans. That's what I do. That's what I do. But yeah, freaking. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it's like 3:30. Yeah, it's freaking prime time for. Yeah, it's prime time for people to be on the internet or just to chill out leisurely out in Germany. 14. Oh my gosh, military time to your normal people time. Uh 14:33. So take that 14 minus by divided by 10, 12. It should be 2 p.m. 2:33 p.m. I think. Yeah, I think that's how it is. Minus 12. I think that's how it works. 2 p.m. Let's go. I can math. I guess what you guys call it there, maths. That's quick maths. American. Let's go. We out here. We out here and proud. We free. Our government is corrupt, and we're proud of it. Our here out here in America, we got freedom. Our government is corrupt. Our food's trying to kill us, and we're proud. 15:35. It's normally 15:35 is normal for me, but I'm writing in English. I'm using 3 p.m. I don't know. You know? I don't know why though. Oh man, I remember when I was out in China forever ago. They went on military time, and it took a while for me to adjust. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Because when you go through like the 12-hour system, the American time zone, the 12-hour system, and then you see people use the 24-hour system, it's like, what are you even talking about? It's kind of like how people don't know how to read analog clocks anymore. Or when people say, oh yeah, it's quarter till or half past 12. And when people say, I remember when I was young when people used to say it's quarter till or half past. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I would be so specific. If someone asked me what the time was, I was like, oh yeah, it's 10:37 a.m. And I sound like a complete dork for being specific, but I don't know. I'm just punctual that way. I like being punctual. Does it make sense to cover the whole area and have the? Oh wait. Does it make sense to cover the whole area of say the arm with a lasso and then finesse the paintbrush with the eraser for time's sake? Since you're on a time limit. You're right. Um, I think it's mostly I do that because it's what I'm comfortable doing. And usually when I have like the full when I have it cover, when I like do the whatchamacallit. Let me see. When I have the program try to do the fill tool for me, it does like that, and I just keep going on rotation of what's gonna be the right thing, and then I gotta change the whole thing of like closing the gap because my line art is super messy. Yeah, my liner is super messy, so I just gotta. Oh yeah, and they're just speaking German casually in chat while I'm trying to answer Kevin Gordon right here. Like, I guess I don't control my own chat anymore. That's cool. But yeah, I do uh the fill tool and then the erase to uh at least have some sort of perfection, have some sort of cleanliness to it, even though this is entirely super dirty. And besides, I think generally this is a fast process, so I don't have to worry about like saving seconds. Because I am going to continue working on this tonight and tomorrow, and I can nearly say with confidence. I can mostly say with confidence that this will be done because I'm still making good progress. And if I don't, I'll just crunch. Yeah, some of the people like the dirty look. Absolutely. From experience, them seconds add up. Yeah, but here's the thing about being indie. Nobody's holding me accountable for anything. Heck yeah. So, shoot. It's not like I'm whatchamacallit. I'm not a restricted by a company that gives me a deadline to do X, Y, and Z. I would just like to have this thing done by tomorrow. When, but then you sacrifice the accuracy. He's a free man, guys. Yeah, I don't have a Marvel or DC breathing down my back. And like, and not only that, it really doesn't make for me sense for me to slave her away or just like have an unhealthy schedule for me to post it and have nobody comment on it, because the majority of nobody comment on it, because the people who I thought that were like really adamant about this series on Reddit, they think it's cool for like a second and then they move on. So I gotta be hyper aware that my audience right now, they don't expect anything from me. All they expect is from this product is to be entertained, like have it legible enough, easy to read, legible enough, and probably provide take away some sort of value from the story or the piece that I'm working on. Perfection is a waste of time. The quality that I'm doing is very much what I want to do. And when it gets to a certain point where I'm working on something for so long, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of done looking at this. And then and then I just like, just release it. I guess I have like several, since I'm not a perfectionist and I'm very much a pessimist in some regards, I'm just like, I kind of don't care. Like, no one's going to be looking at it. And when people do look at it, I am very grateful. And when people do look at it, they don't really critique it. So that just makes me focus on making more of the unabridged story that I do want to tell. And it just keeps the train moving perpetually forward. I'm not saying I'm not saying quality doesn't matter. I'm just saying yeah. I'm not saying quality doesn't matter, cuz I don't want to work on something that I don't think is cool. I just have to trust that I can provide something that I'm comfortable showing people. It's a weird checks and balance of what I can provide and what people will what the audience will give feedback to. And right now, my audience is constantly changing. I wouldn't say my audience because right now I'm just taking advantage of other people's audiences. There's no dedicated just a Reaper audience. You know what I mean? So right now, since I don't have an audience, I don't really have to abide by any sort of standard other than make something that's appealing to people. Uh, Try to market it in a way that can get as much eyeballs on it. And when I do it, I lost my train of thought. I was looking at the chat, abandoning thought, looking at the chat mode, chat mode. But the question is, where do you intend for this train to go? I intend this train to go. What do you mean by that? Can you be more specific on what you mean by that? Because at the end of the day, I want people to be invested in the story. I want people to be, and I want to make a living off of it, off of this, using different methods I see other YouTubers and other creators outside of the outside of the medium of comics. And I know that I can do something similar or the same just by switching up the presentation of this because I can only go so far with this specific medium. But if I transfer into other mediums that are way better while keeping this medium as a base for people to go back to, I know that something will work out. And I can't sweat the detail. I can't really sweat the details that much because the majority of people don't know what to do with this, making money off of comics or marketing their creativity at all. So right now I'm functioning in the Wild West still. Don't think about you don't think about how I forgot about the last stream. I'll find a way to cancel you. I'm looking forward to that. That sounds awesome. I based that on mentioning of a train. Why be a pessimist that you claim that you are? Of train. I based that on your mentioning of a train. You mean my train of thought? I'm sorry. Why be a pessimist that you claim you are? Because there's a balance to a lot of things, right? If I'm perpetually an optimist, I will try everything under the sun, and I'm trying to think of a quote. I'm trying to remember this quote. There's this one lady that says, your disappointment will be equal to your expectations. If I have high expectations of everything, then I'll be disappointed in everything, you know? And I really hate the feeling of disappointment. So I want the majority of my effort into making the stories that I want to tell, that I feel are important to people. And I know just because of the fact that I think is important doesn't mean that a lot of people will gravitate to it or it'll catch on quickly or the multitude of ways that I have experience of why people really don't really gravitate. Not people don't gravitate or it's not shown to the correct people. I have to be aware of just because I really am passionate about what I'm creating. Marketing is a completely different beast. And even though I do have I'm really selective about my optimism, or when I find out about something new, I'll try it out a little bit, but I can't say, well, it's not a good idea to say this is the thing, this is the way, because a lot of the times it just doesn't work out. And from failing, and I have to be okay with failing failing more times than succeeding, because when I fail, it is an opportunity to learn something new. You know, it is an opportunity to learn something new that I didn't know, and I can use that failure to better learn for the next venture or the next wacky thing that I find on YouTube, that I can maximize this avenue of making comics independently. Because that's where I want this trend to go. I just want to make comics, make a living off of my intellectual property without being impeded by a third party. So, and that third party be like, I don't know, like your Marvels, your DCs, your what have yous telling me that, hey, you can't write about this, or or you have to have this done by a set deadline, and we're not gonna pay you, and we're not gonna pay you as much as you want to be paid. Here's the thing, though. You optimize the learning from your missing if you actually try to make the shot. Let me try to read that again. I feel like that's kind of broken. Because I know YouTube doesn't have it doesn't have autocorrect, so I know messages from YouTube can be a little bit jarring to read. Here's the thing, though. You optimize the learning from what you're missing if you actually try to make the shot. So I'm guessing what you mean by that is you learn from your failures, and from learning from your failures, you can optimize your shot. You can optimize your potential to succeed just by learning from the failures. And from that is true. And here's another thing that I kind of learned from that. From trying out, I'll tell you like this. I tried out Instagram, tried out TikTok, tried out Pinterest, even Reddit. Whatever website you've been on, I've tried it out, and I don't mean try it out like I posted a couple times and then give it done. Like, no, I mean I tried out all of their options. I've looked at tutorials of people telling me how to use certain apps or websites, the best practices, the times to post, how often you post, and all that stuff, just for trying that for like the majority of last year and the beginning of the first couple of months of this year, only for it to not to work out. And I think the main thing that I've learned from that is, I'm still trying to figure out what I've learned from that, because everything isn't immediate. Learning lessons isn't immediate. I feel like I needed, or it was a good thing for me to try doing all of those avenues, just to see a correlation between all those avenues, and it gets me one step closer to what works, or what do I need to focus on to achieve my dream, to achieve this goal, right? Because you have a Pinterest, let me check that out. Oh yeah, let me freaking do the thing. I tried so many things. My Pinterest is probably super cringe. Let me see if I can add a link to my Pinterest. Hold up. Oop. Well, I guess it's on freaking Twitch and YouTube. Whatever. Let me check that out. So it is very weird. Um, but but there's some things that like cross over. But if somebody wants to tell me like what to do on certain platforms, I gotta ask them like what's their end goal? What are they trying to do? And if people usually say, I just want to be seen. I just want to have the likes and whatnot. we I'm like, all right, then you're not serious about it, right? If somebody just want to be seen, then I can't really relate to their goal. If somebody wants to use the internet as a way of getting money, then I understand a lot more. Then I can try to help them, and I can say, don't waste your time with a lot of the social media, because I don't even know how to freaking make a lot of money. I heard avenues that makes people's social media like blow up, usually like freaking focusing on memes. Because memes are easily shared, and if you incorporate your brand with the memes, then that increases your notability. Because what do people like about memes? They get shared a lot, and they're funny. And if you attach your brand to something that is highly shared, then that adds to your notoriety and all that. But I'm not a memer. I can't meme. I don't know how to meme. And I don't know where to get memes. So that's just asking a lot. So, but what's difficult for me is probably relatively easier for somebody else. So I got to find something that is relatively easy that I can do. Simone. That I can thrive at. From a person that has played basketball for quite some time, if I'm worked on my jump shot, I learn a lot. Like, if I'm working on my jump shot, I learn more of what not to do the next shot. That is true. That is really true. Working on one thing, it's like that Bruce Lee quote. I don't fear the man that practiced 1,000 kicks once. I fear the man that practiced one kicks 1,000 times. Twitter is nothing but memes and current trends. True. That is very true. And here's another thing. Are people getting money off of Instagram? I don't know. I am aware of people using Instagram as a traffic for people to buy their merch. And that goes into utilizing the trending on what's trending on Reels, and using trending sounds on Reels and different ways of discoverability, like posting what you got. But that doesn't work. I tried that. It doesn't work. I tried like experimenting with it, and it doesn't work for me. Maybe I'm missing something, but I moved on to something else because I can't specifically find a way to translate or have people transfer or just follow or at least engage in with what I'm posting. I've realized it's not just what you do, but how you do what you do makes the difference. It's not what you do, but how you do it. That makes a difference. Yeah, that reminds me of another quote. I forgot who said this, but it's not what you say, it's about how you make people feel. And that is that rings true to me. But I don't know how to apply that. I'm not sure how to apply that when it came to all the different social medias that I've had my hand in. I suppose the best way that I can translate that is what I'm doing with video content with my channel. Because I tried doing the podcast, which I like doing the podcast, but the podcast wasn't doing the numbers or getting the engagement that warranted me to keep doing it. Then I tried you could look at my channel. Then I tried to do whatchamacallit, thinking about it, story recaps, because I saw on YouTube a lot of people were getting views by recapping webtoons that they read. I tried that. For the most part, it worked it works selectively in a weird way. Like some videos would get 1,000 views, while other videos would be difficult to crack 100 after 100 views. And I'm used to videos being under 100, right? So I tried it again with motion comics, but with it generated with the audio being provided by AI through CapCut, and a recap video blew up out of nowhere because the algorithm was promoting that, and the algorithm was also promoting some of the I keep forgetting what it's called, the emotion comic videos that was of AI, which is from Chimera Island. And now I'm understanding that this is an avenue that can potentially work a lot better than the other verticals that I've tried. Even though I tried doing the motion comics before and it didn't work out that well. But I think what I've learned from trying all these different verticals is the effectiveness of using tags. I know that's like a weird thing because when I look at a lot of tutorials, you would hear a lot of people saying tags don't matter, or when they talk about publishing a video on YouTube, I don't remember the people I listen to talk about tagging your stuff, tagging your videos. And it wasn't until I was looking at one of my videos, I was looking at my analytics of how YouTube was sharing some of my videos. I saw that one of the videos that YouTube was sharing, it was a motion comic video that essentially tag scummed. Yeah, I didn't know how tags even work on YouTube. I'm learning that out. I'm learning as I go. Because the video that I saw that I was attached to, and that video had like tens of thousands of views. And yeah, tens of thousands of views, and the person like tag scummed, and they were like using tags that weren't even related to the video, which I've also heard that is against YouTube terms of service, but they don't really care about that, now do they? But anyway, I started like copying their tags, and a couple days later, I saw the second what do they call it, part of the Chimera Island series, the one with Ruth the chicken. That one gotten a lot of views on its second day, and the views carried from that one to the first part with Sarah, the rabbit girl. And if the patterns are right, it might happen to the fourth part, because I tried switching it up with the third part with Odd to see if I just do the dedicated tags in the database of on the what they call it, the dedicated tag section on YouTube videos, or if I'm supposed to put the keywords in the description. So far, I think putting the keywords in the description does a lot more with the algorithm pushing the videos to people than just having it in the tags. So right now I'm just trying both of them. Tags definitely matter for beginners and people that don't have much of a following yet. How else are people supposed to find you? Yeah, and that's the thing that people don't really talk about. Because and also it's so freaking weird. Because coming off of Instagram, you would think tags don't matter because tags usually just don't help you out when it comes to finding people interested in your content. So it's pretty funny how that works. I only remember tags from fanfics. AO3 has not taught me well. I'm not sure what AO3 is. That's a good look. Yeah, thank you. So, I think in the beginning, yeah, tag your stuff. And I want to re-release my podcast with tags because I think after a certain amount of time, YouTube will just not try to push your videos anymore. Because I tried changing the description of the first 5 videos of my podcast, and now recently that I've learned about the tag system or the tag method, I want to reintroduce it to the algorithm, but with tags, and I feel that's going to fare a lot better. Thank God you don't know about AO3. I guess it is. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah. Kevin Gordon. Here's a thought. What if you provided some sort of incentivization of some sort as an extension of your comic? What you thinking about, Kevin? Can you elaborate on that? Cause not new to me. That's a lot of tags. Yeah, I found this one website. Okay. I'm new to tags because in the beginning I would just like find videos that were similar to mine, and I would just like copy and paste the tags. Like I would just straight up steal their tags. If it worked on a video and they still had tags in the description, I'm like, all right, I'm using that to boost my stuff. And then now I'm trying to find out about this tags. I was like looking for online tools on like generators and whatnot. I found this one thing called a rapid tag generator. Rapid tags IO, and you just type in the title of your video, and I guess it'll give you different tags that are relevant to the title that you can put in your description. And then that's what I essentially, so like instead of saying working on Jess Reaper, I just typed in comic dub to like not drawing a comic live, and it gave me like a certain tags that are relevant to comics, web comics, or whatever. So when YouTube pushes this video, and it usually does, it can be a little bit more informed about who to push this video to, because the tags are just straight to the point. I don't have to like dress it with flowery language or descriptions, because I don't think people even read tags for the most part. So I'm just saying all right, show it to people who might be interested in any of the tags that I put in the description. So, and that's how it is. That's how it is. Because before, people would just say like, "Oh yeah, title and thumbnail, title and thumbnail." Title and thumbnails are the beginning and the end of your YouTube journey. But nobody would talk about tags. New York Comic Con? Hey, maybe. I just copied and pasted. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Are you going there? No. I'm just essentially tag scumming. Like, I did not think about any of the tags. All I did was like, I want people to be in who are interested in comics or interested in like whatever to look at my live stream. Living life in Gotham. Gaslighting comics. I'm like, sure, yeah. Like if these terms are what the generator picks up, and I assume the generator picks up like what is the most relevant with those keywords, with the keywords that I provided, then it'll show it to people who are most likely interested in that stuff. Because I was watching a video, and a guy put it in a way that was interesting to me. It's like YouTube doesn't YouTube doesn't show people videos in a way. It just directs them to what they might be interested in next. They don't want to shove videos in people's faces just willy nilly. They want it to show it to people who might be interested in it. So if I tell YouTube, people who are interested in, I don't know, New York Comic Con, living in Gotham, or gaslighting comics, you know, hey, I'm making comics, and you might be interested, and they might be interested in this. U.S. comics dying. Do comic drawers have a chronic disease? No, I think that's referring to like, oh man, American comics are not as good as manga. How big manga is. Because from my time of like looking at different. Sorry, that was a. Sorry. I think my time looking at different videos about the comic scene. About the comic scene in America is like, you have people saying, oh yeah, American comics are great. And then you have other people saying, oh no, American comics are bad. It's dying. Manga's taken over. It's over. We are so over. I think it's not America. It's like us like dying. Us comics dying. uh, your art style reminds me of manga. Oh yeah, when I was making the art style, I was working with my co-writer, and he said he wanted something that looks like a Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was like, okay, I can't do that, but I can make something inspired by it. Because at the end of the day, I don't consider myself a manga artist. I really like the sequential art style that manga has. But I will not seriously consider myself a manga artist at all, because I'm just not Japanese. I'm more comfortable saying that I'm a comic artist, a comic creator, because that's more American. And I know when it comes to like older people, they think of Sunday comics, like comic strips, like the word that comics derive themselves from, as in like comedy, as Sunday funnies or funny stuff. But if I want it to be posh, I can just say I make graphic novels. But hey, it's the internet here. As long as it's like American, that's what I am. And hey, there's nothing more American than stealing from other things and then calling it your own. But I also add flavors of different things that I'm interested in. Have you seen Junji Ito's work? He's been on my read list for a while, but I haven't gone around to reading any of Junji Ito's works. I know he's great, he's wonderful. A lot of people love it. I just haven't had the time to read any of it. So why you ask? Oh man. Wait, what what page is? I think this is the fourth page I'm working on right now, and I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, cool. This is the fourth page out of the seventh one. All those terms kind of blend together. In Japan, they call you a manga artist since it just means comics. Yeah. In the it's so funny too, because in the West, they're like, "What the heck are you talking about? Are you talking about?" I remember when I was selling on the street, in flea and farmers markets. Like, I would get the people who buys this are people who would buy stuff for their kids to read. So when they look at it, they're like, "Oh wow, this kind of looks like Naruto," or "This kind of looks like that mango thing that my kids are always talking about." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of like that." Yeah, it's basically as a representative of the British Museum, I am the copywriting that statement. Well, I've heard of his works are cool. Yeah, true. Like, I like how your friend is casually telling you to draw it in the JJK art style. No, my friend can say some stuff casually that's really funny to me. Cause like at this double page spread, my friend was like, "Oh yeah, make it densely populated. I want it to be like a Where's Waldo painting, a Where's Waldo drawing." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not doing that." Like, I'm like, I'm not casually making a Where's Waldo painting, bro. I'm not doing like no. It's like we're doing this for free, and like to an audience that's probably not even there. Chill out, chill out. So I want to read Incho's version. No longer human. No longer human. I've heard of that book. I've heard of that book. I think it wasn't like one of those books that's like required reading in Japan. I know I've heard of it. I think it was like one of those required. There's a book called Ego or Id or whatever. It was essentially a personality test, mobile phone game personality test. I should be. Where is Mesa? It should be. Where's Meso Sanity? Ah, yeah, okay. I think so. I'll have this shaded. This part shaded or something. But yeah, until I become a famous mangaka or whatever, I'm still calling myself a cartoonist. I remember when I was younger, I hated the term cartoonist. When I was younger, I wanted to be an animator. I don't know. I just felt like being called a cartoonist was something that's silly, and it wasn't. Oh, Mason's you. By the way, I can't be bothered to type your whole name. You can just say Mason. You can just add a. You can just add the N. Less characters for you to work with. Where is Mason Sanity? Okay. But I remember when I was younger, I just didn't like the idea of like being a cartoonist. It just felt silly. It just didn't feel like a serious thing. And I wanted to be a serious. I want to be a big boy. I want to be serious about what I make because I make stuff that's important. But now that I'm older, I'm like, okay, I don't care. Whatever gets people to understand what I'm doing. As long as I'm making something that's good and people enjoy it, and I can find a way to make a living off of it, it's great. It's fine. I should be all right. I'm not. I'm not here. I'm not saving the world. This is by taking a different name, being called something different. It's funny how growing up will do that. Have you tried animating? I've tried animating. I stopped doing it because it takes so long to do, and the stories I want to tell are very long stories. It just made more sense to do this, honestly, to make comics. Tell my stories sequentially and do this because it requires less people to make a comic. I made comics by myself. And yeah, I made comics by myself. And with Purgatory Academy, it took me, I guess I will say this. There's a video on my YouTube channel called Summer's Like a Dream. And that took me about 13 months to animate 2 minutes of it. I don't know why. Maybe my work ethic was terrible. Maybe I just didn't have the time to work on it as dedicated. Maybe I just didn't have the time to like work on it to be as dedicated as I want to be. But it took me 13 months to make like 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever. Within that same amount of time, I was able to draw around 114 pages of the first book of Purgatory Academy, and that takes around 30 minutes to read like the entire first book, right? So my mileage of storytelling was uncomparable, incomparable. I don't know if what's the right word for it, but it made more sense. If I wanted to tell a story, I would do it in a comic format. If I want to tell a visual story, I would do it in a comic format. If I just wanted to make something, if I wanted to tell a story, it would just had to be within like 2 minutes. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I would go back to animating if I just wanted to tell a story, a long-winded story, like what I'm able to do with comics. Comics can be painfully slow to make too. It really depends on like how you do it. Really, I guess you could say that with like animation as well. I grew up with puppet animation, and then I wanted to do frame by frame animation. But have you tried rotoscoping? It's where you draw on top of a pre-existing video. I have actually. I just didn't think it was worth the time. I have. There was nothing in like with an animation that it really made sense to do with the stories that I wanted to tell, and still have the stories be done in my lifetime. Oh, I've tried rotoscoping, where you draw on top of the video. Oh, I like the building panel. Oh, thank you. This building panel was essentially rotoscoped. It's really nicely done. I can't take complete credit. Like this is basically like drawn over and made into like a more appealing style. Like I want to draw more backgrounds, but I'm terrible at uh, uh, composition and such like that. So I try to do other things to make things look good, but still keep a consistent style. But you still did it. Yeah, thank you. One thing that's my pet peeve about it is like when you go on Twitter, you see people being negative about everything. Like people will try to like discredit an artist just by tracing over an image, but it still looks very good. And I think a lot of people like nowadays, a lot of the, especially like webtoon stuff, where they use 3D assets and they don't even try to make the 3D assets blend with the environment. I always found that annoying, but that's a personal pet peeve because if listen, I like with me, I'm a full proponent of your quality assurance is when people start complaining. Twitter is the worst, yeah. Twitter's a different breed. All right, cool, awesome. I kind of forget how cool people are outside of that website. But I kind of forget how yeah, you see, I kind of forget how quality assurance is when your audience start to complain, and I feel that if we're going to trace over something or use a reference, at least make it fit the style. At least make it look like you've hand drawn it, or like you do something over it. Because even anime productions, they take a photo and they paint over the photo to at least make it look like it's part of the environment, right? And I like that approach a lot because it makes everything feel more cohesive. And even though I still like use I trace over photo backgrounds, I still try to make it have some sort of things like you can't see the floors, and and that's very deliberate because drawing the floors it adds so much detail. Yeah, like those JoJo references. Yeah, like drawing the floor of a lot of these backgrounds adds so much unneeded detail to the point where I think it just takes away of what I want the audience or what I want the reader to specifically look at. Because when you try to draw a floor, it just becomes like a bunch of noise. It's distracting. But when I add like the fog, it makes the area kind of larger than it is, and it still makes you look at the main character. At least that's the approach that I want people to get from it. Oh yeah, and Just a Reaper, I'm gonna make a comic dub of this one, get people up to snuff with this story. I think I'm gonna do that and like start on that like a after the stream, after I take a walk, eat some leftovers, and then get started making more videos. Because making the comic dubs actually feels like I'm animating again. But like the fun parts of animating in a weird way, because I like the parts where things start to come together. The whole thing of animating when it comes to like the arcs and yeah, cool. Make sure to touch grass. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Touching grass is so great. Getting your vitamin D through freaking your gummies and then going outside for a walk, smelling the fresh air and like having the sunlight burn your eyes instead of instead of these computer screens. Oh snap, I deleted it. It hits different. It hits different. It's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Everybody needs to take care of themselves. Also, oh my gosh, I haven't for 2 months. Touch grass, eat grass. There's parts of your body that can digest grass, I think. And that's pretty cool. But don't go out and eat grass, I guess, because you don't know what's if there's anything. I don't know. I'm not a health expert. I don't know the human body. I'm just a guy on the internet. I will survive my vitamin pills. Did you take your Flintstones gummies today? Grass tastes bad. Tastes. That's from personal experience. Hey, that's what we learn. I think I think I'll be able to finish this within 2 days. With tomorrow, because that's gonna be great. It's too bland and makes me feel like a rabbit. Probably put some salt on it. Honestly, I kind of forget how we are made to like salt. Right? I always thought it was just sugar. But sugar's essentially a drug. It's nuts. I think people shouldn't like sugar's nuts. Like I want to get away from from eating all that. But hey, I still get those cravings of eating chocolate. I remember the wildest encounter I had with freaking sweets is I remember out of nowhere I was just craving ice cream. And I made plans to have a call with a friend, and he was like, "Hey," and he was ready to call, and I was like, "All right, all right, man, give me a second." And I drove to my closest grocery store just to buy chocolate. Just buy like a freaking gallon of ice cream. Salt is 100% better than sugar. Yeah. It's freaking nuts. I think if I don't know, man. It is better. It is better. Like salt is a purifying agent too, I believe. I I remember I went to this one restaurant yesterday, and it was a soul food, which is best ice cream. I think it's Magnum. Magnum. I never heard of Magnum ice cream. I gotta do that. I like vanilla. Oh, that's a brand of ice cream. I I oh my gosh. I don't really buy brands of ice cream. I just buy ice creams that I know. I just don't buy Breyer's ice cream. It really doesn't matter for to me. Um, I swear, if you don't know, Matt, okay, I've seen this brand before. I just haven't bought it because I don't buy these kinds of ice cream. Mostly because I still live with other people, and if I buy ice cream that's really good, then it's probably going to be gone in like less than a week. Because because you don't buy food for yourself, you buy food for the house. So and plus I'm broke. I can't really buy expensive treats. It's probably not that expensive, but hey, it's America. But hey, you don't live in America, and that looks like an expensive ice cream. So take my word for it. It's probably expensive here. It's like Napoleon ice cream. Oh, okay. That's way too relatable. Green tea ice cream. Oh crap, that sounds good. No way. I mean, I'm saying no way, but it's most likely real. That sounds great. Have you guys tried green tea Kit Kats before? Here, Freaking here we go. Like we were just like how bad sugar is, but we're like, oh yeah, but what's our favorite ice cream though? Yeah, we know sugar's here to kill us, but like, man, what is ice? What's the best kind of candy? What's the best kind of ice cream? I never had that. Like, it's I think it's like one of the more popular Japanese flavored Kit Kats, but the Japanese they go crazy when it comes to like Kit Kat flavors. They go so hard when it comes to like different Kit Kat flavors. Well, in America, we're like, oh yeah, do you want a Kit Kat that tastes like Oreos, or do you want Kit Kat that tastes like brownies? Do you want Kit Kats that taste like something that isn't a Kit Kat? Something else that's sweet. Well, the Japanese like, hey, do you want strawberry Kit Kats? Oh, do you want green tea Kit Kats? Oh, yo, try this freaking mochi flavored Kit Kat. And I'm like, yo, give me more of that. like, hey, try some blueberry Kit Kats. I'm like, yo, this is what I'm about. Usually not American chocolate. Like any chocolate that's not from America is just goated. Like any American chocolate that I eat is just dark chocolate because everything else is just gross to me. Like I used to like Hershey's, but that's until I grew up and tasted dark chocolate. And then I'm like, actually dark chocolate's kind of like the best chocolate actually. And I don't have milk chocolate anymore. It's too sweet. I don't like it. Dark chocolate is the perfect blend of bitterness and sweetness, and I like it. Nope, nope. Let him cook. I mean, me, I drink black coffee every morning, so I guess I have a proclivity to bitterness. And I like pineapple on pizza, and I like anchovies. Sue me, I don't care. I'm not actually I'm not a picky eater at all. Also, I'm never trying like goat in America cuz I remember when I was when I was in Dubai, I tried out goat. That was like the first time I tried eating goat and bro, I can't man, I was either goat or lamb. I can't remember. But after I tried eating that, I was like, no, I can't have it anywhere else. It's freaking everywhere else. It's that grounded, highly processed garbage that don't melt in your mouth. So after I tried it once, I was like, okay, I can't try it anywhere else. Dark chocolate tastes so bad. My little sister, who is like allergic to everything, doesn't even touch that. It's too chewy. Dark chocolate being chewy? Oh, okay. I'll take that. Listen. I can fully accept that my tastes are very different because I remember when I was like talking with my uncles about what kind of coffee that they drink. When I told them that I drink my coffee black, they're like, "No, that's too grown up for me." like I guess my family's taste buds they are more inclined to like sweet things. I think the last person in my family that liked oh wait I mean goat is chewy. Chocolate goat. Okay. Out here in America, we mostly eat either pigs, chicken, or pigs, chicken, or cows. That's like the only three things. And when I went to a place that ate more than that, I'm like, what? You can eat more than chicken, cows, and pigs? That's insane. No way. Who let these guys cook? like, wait, chicken, cows, chicken. Wait, no, chicken, cows, pigs, and various of sea life. Bottom feeders or just fish, other fish in general. Those are the things that that's part of the Western diet. Anything else is like, what are you doing? I know some people eat like deer or other game and whatnot, venison, but that's like if you're like hunting them and you gotta and if you're just hunting and you want to eat what you hunt. Now I had a teacher who ate frogs and snails. I would not like you would not find somebody who eats that in America at all. like like I feel like in America if you eat like anything other than like the three things, they're just like why? like it's not I don't think it's like an elitist thing, but they're like why would you? It's like telling it's like telling somebody, "Oh yeah, I like eating grass. I like eating freaking dirt. Dirt's pretty good." They're like, "Why?" Like you can do that, but don't you know that you don't have to? Oh, they were Canadian. Ah. I remember when I was in Canada, I ate like it was the first time I tried poutine. It was pretty alright. It's pretty alright. And I was like, oh yeah, poutine. Anybody can make this at home. It's great. It's awesome. It's a simple recipe that you can customize. Sand tastes amazing. That reminds that reminds me of my strange addictions of somebody that was addicted to eating. You get like a weird amalgamation of circus freaks when it comes to mind strange of my strange addictions. What's poutine? Oh, poutine, whatever. It's fries with gravy and cheese curds. Just chunks of cheese, I believe. That's essentially what poutine is. There's freaking French fries with cheese curds and gravy. But I'm not Canadian. It's been a while since I had it, so that's what I remember. And like with that, you can just like make a different kinds of. You can add whatever you want to it. It's something that's just easy to make because you just throw in different ingredients together. Like me, when I don't have gravy because we don't really eat gravy, I have my I substitute gravy with barbecue sauce. I know Canadians probably gonna hear that and they're like, what, bro, that's gross." And I'm like, I don't care. like, you guys are too French for the Americans and too American for the French. I don't care. Save. I think Americans take advantage of cheesy fries. Cheesy fries. I don't think cheesy fries are all that American. Well, I don't eat a lot. Like for me, I'm pretty plain. When I have my chips, I just eat my chips alone. When I have my fries, I just eat my fries alone. I'd kill to have that over there. What? Cheesy fries? Wait, hold up. I'm thinking about cheesy doodles. Hold up. Let me see. What? Hold up. I'm looking at cheesy fries right now. Dang! That looked good! Holy crap. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I went to Wendy's and I was like driving around seeing if I can get some like free food. um, well, I was actually like picking up my friend from work, and we got some Wendy's, and they had. I doubt you're American, see. Ah, how do you not know about cheesy fries? Because I don't eat them a lot. I just have my cheese by themselves. I just have my fries by themselves. Like I know a lot of people like add like a lot their ketchup to cheese, maybe ranch with their pizza, and I'm like, no, I just like my fries with my fries. That's it. Adding cheese to my fries, I'm like, I don't need that really. Also, freaking, I've seen it around. I try. Okay, so anyway, back to the Wendy's thing. I tried their Baconator cheese fries. Holy crap, that's like an entire meal of itself. It's like a lot, like a small little package of cheese, but they a lot of small package of fries. They just add cheese. They gotta add bacon on it and like little not cilantro, but uh, what's that seasoning that I guess it is cilantro or something. Not cilantro. Like onions, like the small little green onions on it. Man, that's great. I love it. Add paprika, best combo ever. Oh my gosh, it's almost time for me to eat some lunch, and now you guys got me here talking about food. It's insane. You guys are crazy. You guys are nuts. Okay, actually, okay. So what page is it? This is like page 5. Sarah, someone on my door again. Let me check this out. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, I might finish this tonight then. This might be done tonight because I got 15 more minutes on this stream. And then I'll stream again in like when it's like 5. I plan to stream again when it's 5. Um, and when it's like 5, that means like in like I guess like in 5 hours after in like 5 hours or something. Yeah, Sarah. But yeah, like I'll just go off the stream and in 15 minutes and take a walk, touch some grass, eat some food, work on the motion comic. How are you not using the paint buckets to fill out shading? Because my line art is dirty and it's disgusting and doo doo and bad. And when I don't use and when I use the paint bucket tool, it's more of a risk of wasting time. Cause like look at this, look at this, look at this. It's like it's not a good use of my time. Oh wait, hold up. Oh hey, look at that. Oh, your sister's B-Day tomorrow. I'll tell your sister that a random person on the internet tells her happy birthday. A random guy that draws comics on the internet somehow knows her birthday, and he wishes her a happy birthday. Bro's got beef with his line art. I got beef with everything. Like, you can adjust it later. That is true. Very true. True words can. Oh, geez, what just happened? Oh, I just pasted on a different layer. But I still think I am making good time. But yeah, I guess you're right. The seconds do do add up, just like what Gordon said earlier in the stream. Okay. Oh yeah, in the background I'm just listening to classical music. I don't know if you guys want to hear it too, but hey, I'll let you guys have the freedom to listen to whatever you want to do while listening to my voice. And go further against the lines. Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. Ah jeez. Ah jeez. Okay. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then we're moving on to. It's like the second time people have been complaining. That's the second time somebody not complain. People have been making notes on how I tone my comics. They're like, bro, just do the light art. And I'm like, I hate it. The family is deciding to have a chat about life, and I'm the only one not there. Do you want to have yourself included? Oh my gosh, what's happening? Okay. Oh wait, this is monochrome. But I can hear them. Okay, no. All right, cool. I guess if enough people says one thing and I don't have a problem with it, then there must be some truth to it. I don't think I'm gonna add any color to the buildings in the background because they don't. I think they don't warrant that much of attention. Okay, let's see. And plus, I like the backgrounds being black and white like this. I think the detail of it gives it's good enough. I don't know what you guys think. Live audience interaction. Oh wait, this is not monochrome. I think it looks great. They are not deserving of color. You're right. I'm also I'm also thinking about a kind of off topic to this comic, but I'm also thinking about a uploading the Spanish dub of or creating a Spanish dub of Ruth's part because I already paid somebody $50 to dub that part of the comic, and I still and like I didn't know where to post it on the internet. I know that's like a wasteful spending on my part. Just being like, oh, I want a Spanish dub of this comic just because, and I don't know where to post it because I don't know where Spanish speaking people go to like read comics. And even if I posted there, I don't know if they're gonna look at it. So I'm like, oh wow, I just freaking boxed myself for no reason. And now I'm like, maybe I can make a Spanish dub of the comic and post it on YouTube. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should make a different channel for like for like dubs of different languages. So like people won't get confused. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's like a trend of channels to have different stuff. To have like different like have different channels for different languages. I don't know if Billy does comics, but if they do, maybe there. That's a good idea. I suck at YouTube, so I have no advice. Billy, isn't that like the Chinese YouTube? Like YouTube for. Oh, yeah, that is Chinese YouTube. Oh my gosh, dude, bro, what is this? Man, Chinese sounds scary to me. Yeah, kinda. Why did I post? Why would I post it on Chinese YouTube? Maybe I can get. Maybe I can like do some Google Translate on like the comics and then post it on Billy. Maybe it'll do some numbers over there. Like I always like I think a goal of mine is to have a series be popular, have one of my series be popular outside of America. Like mostly in a non English speaking country, because I think that's the coolest feeling. I don't know. Maybe they like Spanish. I would probably maybe. I think I'm more attuned to maybe there a lot of Spanish speakers are on YouTube, so I'm probably gonna go stay here for the time being. I only have used Billy to read Heaven's official blessing. I'm guessing that's a comic, manga or something. I know like there's a ton of Spanish speakers on YouTube. I know there's a lot more Indian people or on YouTube than like English speaking people. Because like I know like people from India like out. I mean I know like people from like India, they outnumber like the Americans on YouTube too. So I might maybe I should have it in Hindi, have a Hindi translation. I mean the protagonist is very gay, but it checks out. Whoa, Billy is okay with gay protagonists. That's crazy. I didn't know the Chinese cared about that. I didn't know China cared about that. I meant looking. Oh wait, never mind. You'd get a lot of views from Hindi. Yeah, out of nowhere. That's gonna be nuts. But we shall see. We shall see. Shoo, I would help out with Hindi, but I only understand it and cannot read or write it. But that's in the future. That's way in the future. Right now, I'm trying to get enough money through the American means. And that's only because I come from an Urdu speaking family. You have a very You're all over the map, Bush. Goodness gracious. Like more Bush lore just dropped. The Bush lore is crazy. You'll never know what he'll say next. My chaotic life. All right, one more minute. Can I finish this in one more minute? You guys decide. Epic rap battles of history. Who won? You decide. Epic rap battles of history. You only see top of the Bush iceberg. That's definitely a throwback. No shot that series is still around. No, yeah, that Epic Rap Battles of History is still around. I bet on it. And they survived Maker or something. Oh, no, it's 12. I didn't make it through. SMH. Who won? You decide. I think your parents are still trying to decide Saudi and Spain at the same time. That's crazy. A mobile family moving around. Let's see. I'm trying to think about what the background should be. Because this is meant to be like a Black Mirror. I'll figure it out later. I failed. This is a failure. Dang it. I didn't make it in time. But hey, we'll still learn from it. So, I guess I'll call it a stream. But, they aren't going to book it until because the end they're too broke to bring 13 people on a trip. 13 people! Goodness gracious. I guess that's how it is. But anyway, thanks for coming out, everybody. I'll be streaming again in 5 hours. So, y'all take care. Touch some grass. Drink some water. Take your vitamin D gummies. And, I'll see y'all later. Bush Lore 101. All right, see y'all.